Welcome back to Black Girls Do Reviews. We're back with another episode. I don't know what, but we are back with another episode. This is episode 6, right?
Episode 6.
Hey, episode 6. So we're again always having a great time. Like this is always a pleasure, always a blast. And again, thank you guys for tuning in. Week after week, I just love seeing the numbers of who's watching, who's listening. Love you guys. All right, so we are going to review, of course, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and Real Housewives of Potomac. And while we were like getting ready for the show, we just realized that like not much to talk about with Real Housewives of Potomac, SLC. Sorry. So we're gonna give you just the things, the highlights that we had from that episode because the people aren't missing much, quite frankly. So my highlights from the episode are this is Mary's season. Like I think this is a great season for Mary. I don't know what changed for her. Maybe she warmed up a bit more. Maybe she understands how to do it now. But I think one, she was a great casting choice now that she is at this stage. And even the craziness along the way has been fun. But I think being able to see more of her story, like we saw her son, Robert Jr., and the wife, girlfriend, partner, in the house. That was like it was hard to watch. I'm like, these people are high. Like it felt like
It's
it
not
was like,
high.
yeah, it was like, ooh, they are out of it, like not well, like the oversized hoodies and stuff. Like it just was, I don't know, but it was like, okay, we're getting a real now. We're not getting a
hmm
version of Mary. What do you think about that scene into Mary's life?
Well, they were very like, I don't know if this is the right way to describe it, but it was very Kanye coded with the jackets. Like they were giving me like Kanye and Kim vibes, but obviously like the Team U version. Um
Uh-huh.
Um, so it was just like, yeah, and then it was just also like, I don't know, seeing the wife after hearing all of the different things that we've heard in the past week about her and their relationship and how she might have been the reason why he's going into these things. And, it's kind of like, this is the culprit. We're showing the culprit on TV.
We're giving her a moment, like, ugh.
But I do agree. Like, I think Mary is truly like blossoming this season. However, and I don't care. Like, I haven't a Mary fan from season one. The lady has been crazy. I just want to say for the people out there, because there's a lot of fans of Mary this season. I remember when you guys were popping your shit about Mary in season one. Y'all was coming at her because she had got married to her step grandfather. Like, what that got to do with you, boo? It
I
never
don't-
had anything to do with you.
Keep going, keep
And
going.
now you want to get on the school bus. You want to get on the back of the bus with us, baby. No, we've been
Mm-mm.
writers for
And
Mary.
writers for
We
Mary.
knew she had that star power, and now y'all just getting on the bus because y'all want to be down like Brandy. Get out of here.
Don't piss me off. Pretty much. That's true though. Now that I think about it, we have been Team Mary a long time. Like from the time she got on the screen, when she told Jen Shah she smelled like hospital.
Yes. And people were like, oh my God, she's so mean. She's so crazy. She says the most outlandish things. And now everybody just loves Mary.
What she told which one she called? Whitney, a little girl. Mm. Have y'all really been Mary fans? Y'all have not really
They
been
have
Mary fans.
not.
Y'all
They
haven't. Y'all
haven't.
haven't. There's no way y'all could have been her
That
fans
wasn't with her shooting in the gym when everybody was bashing Mary. We were still 10 toes behind her.
with her. But now, in the club, we all fam.
In the club, we all fam, and no one's racist.
Oh, all of a sudden. No, I remember, like you said, I remember. That's a good point. We was really rocking with Mary. We knew she had it. She just had to figure it out, like how she wanted to do it. It's like she one of those people that got to peep the scenery. She had to
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I want to do this. and now we getting her best season yet. Like her at the party, um was it like Angie's wedding? Not wedding, but like an anniversary party or something?
Anniversary, and their theme was Mob Wives, which is okay.
Well, okay. Um, like I just Angie always tries too hard. You know how I feel about her. She always is trying, and I want her to try not. Like let it go. Ugh. But I was gonna say when Mary like just came up to Lisa and Heather Leather, she came up to Lisa and Brittany talking. First of all, she don't like Brittany, so she paid Brittany dust. I mean, like she gives Brittany nothing. But she comes up to Lisa and like, what's up? That's how I translated it. Was like, so what's up? Like, it's an issue. It's a problem. And
Yeah.
clocked in and was ready to go. And when Heather came up and thought she was gonna come for Mary, I don't know why she even thinks she has a chance with Mary. Like, you cannot go toe to toe with her. You can't go to toe to toe with most people, but Mary, like, come on. So I'm living for Mary as I always have, but I'm very,
Mhm.
very proud of her this season
Yeah.
overall.
Yeah, and I agree with what Mary was saying too to Lisa. Like every time Mary does come for someone, Lisa always has to be like their lawyer, or like they're like
Um,
champion them, as she says. Like you always have to go and champion them. Like why? Why you can't just shut up and sit down and be like, "Oh, not my business today. My name is Bennett. I ain't in it." Like why you always got something to say, Lisa?
okay. My name is
So
Paul. That's between y'all.
So, like,
Like,
yeah, like I don't know. That was very annoying. But
something.
also
Go
on the
ahead.
note of Angie, I just want to say this is an analogy. Remember how we always say Wendy is not the it girl, but she thinks she is?
Mhm.
Wendy is to Angie as Angie is. They the same person,
They are.
different franchise. Yeah, I think y'all the it girl, especially because she sent her snowflake this season.
Get
So
that still.
you think you the it girl, baby girl, but you not.
Not. You're not. And that's very fair. Like, you be trying, like, it makes me that mad that I don't have words for it. Like, and I feel like I wouldn't dislike Angie so much if she would just relax. Like, it's okay. Like, you're here, we see you, you're a part of the cast, you're having your little arguments, it's fine. Just be normal. Is how all I feel about her. So I just, ugh, not a fan. But
Yeah.
that's Mary girl, and I'm trying to like get with
That
her,
is Mary girl.
trying to get with her because you cool with Mary, but I still, mm-mm,
Take
mm-mm.
it down. Mm-mm. And speaking of Brittany too, two things. What did we think of her showing up with a new man and then her ex-man coming up into the place? And then also in the spirit of us talking about how Mary is blossoming, I heard that Brittany was actually supposed to be not a friend of, but actually supposed to have like an actual place on the cast. But they noticed that like Mary was just being the baddest. And it was like, you know what, Brittany, you're out, Mary's in. That's just
That's it. We're gonna keep those clips we shot of you, but that's that. Um, so I think the guy Brittany brought felt like here we go with analogies. He felt like Walter when Kenya brought him on, like
okay.
the man for hire, like I need somebody here with me. Like I didn't get it. And I don't like Brittany either and these men things. And it's like you're first of all, you're new to my screen, so I don't even know you. And then everything is men, men, men. Like, who are you? What do you do? Like, I don't get any of her story. Like, you told us you were a mom, your kids don't talk to you, and then it just was man crazy. So
Yeah.
I'm lost. Like, I'm not having the best introduction of who you are. You don't seem fun. You're not like comedy moment. Like I'm so lost with I just really am. I don't get it. Like I don't like you enough to be invested in your story about these men.
Yeah.
So it would have been better if she would have came as like comedic relief or something like that, or but we said this last episode.
Oh yeah.
It's off my screen. Like I don't want this no more, Bravo. And I don't know how clear to say that to y'all, but I don't want it. I don't want it. One more time, I don't want it. That's it.
I don't know if they heard you. Say it one more time. Just no, let me
I
stop.
don't want it. Like, I don't want it.
Oh,
Please. And
God.
management. Like, so what did you think about it?
It was mad funny, honestly, because when he showed up, I was like, Ariana, what are you doing here?
Huh? It was, you think he's thirsty for TV?
It could be, but also when I found out it was apparently, because I feel like this is also just production, just putting some shit together for us. But when I found out that it was Whitney's husband that invited him, I was like, oh, not you being a messy bitch.
But how is Whitney's husband inviting people to another event?
Right? And that's how it feels very much like production told them, like, oh yeah, you guys have a relationship, just say that you told him to come or something like that. Um, but I was just like, this is messy. Like, I don't know. It was very funny though when Mary walked up to the new guy, Brittany's new guy, and was like, hi, Jared. That was not Jared. But honestly, I too agree. Like I still don't really care about Brittany and her little drama. I thought that was just a little interesting. Well, not interesting. It was more so funny when Mary had her little mess up with the names and stuff like that. But if I was Mary, I probably did the same thing because like all you talk about is this man and you clearly was so into this man. I would have thought it was him. Now you're trying to show up with other guys. Like, what are you trying to prove to us, babe? Like
Like I don't, y'all are again, it's always gonna go back to me. Y'all are women of a certain age. Like nobody's expecting you to keep popping up with men and like just relax. Like it's not given. I like I said, I don't care about you enough to care about these men either.
yeah.
So, ugh, again, Bravo. I've had enough. Okay, let me
Yeah.
look directly at y'all. I've had enough. So
Yeah.
maybe next
The
week.
the next last funny piece of the episode at least was when Whitney and Lisa have their confrontation and Lisa's on the phone. Like, what is her security guy's name again? I don't know what this meant.
God, oh, you got me.
Like, I need you to go to distance.
I need you to go the distance on this. You hear me? The distance.
I
And
just
she
love people
was
who are so
serious.
dramatic.
She was,
Phone to the air, not
oh,
letting up.
you're lying. You're lying. Like, geez. And then can we get into the husband tussling?
Yes, Whitney's husband, and then and this is when I remember this because I said, "Oh no, don't you ever bring my man John Barlow into anything." Okay.
John, I I I have thoughts because I felt like Lisa, you wrong. I feel like Dr. Heavenly, don't be talking to my man. Like, don't even. Why are
Yeah.
you over there? And then if you're gonna go over there, like you up in it. So
Yeah.
first, Whitney, you too many steps behind. Once I saw her making her way towards my husband, oh, we're going. Like, what we doing? And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
for her to go over there and be like, your wife's a effing liar or whatever she said, like,
Mm-hmm.
what you think he gonna say back to that? Like, yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. She do be lying. Like, what why was he gonna support you when you said that? So I felt like she took it there, and Whitney's husband was willing to go. Like he was, what's up?
Yeah.
And then I did appreciate Lisa Barlow's husband, whatever his name is, John
Yeah.
Barlow. Yeah, I appreciate. So then he
Mhm.
stepped up because okay, now we getting crazy, so I'm gonna go with that. But the whole thing was just very weird. And then they ended up holding hands by the end of the night, and I'm like, what are we, what are we doing?
It's white women drama.
Oh my God. Like it just was SOC can really get on my nerves. Like that's the part that's really scary to me is how bad they get on my nerves. One last note. I hate Heather with her hair up. I don't know if I've ever liked something, but the way she looked at that party, I wasn't a fan of. I don't know what was
She
off.
has a very strong face.
Yes.
Like her face is very strong, and I don't know if she has really found like the makeup look
Yeah.
or the like hair look to actually like accentuate and soften her. Like she has strong features. I won't say strong features because honestly, I feel like she works in medical aesthetic, not medical, but you know, it's this aesthetic stuff. So she does filler and all of that. So she might just need to tone down on some of it, soften up that face a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah. And you know what it is for me too? I feel like the face is strong, but her body don't match sometimes for
I
me.
agree.
Like, so it gives very like I have a big
I
head, little arms. Like it just gives a little like off. So when I'm looking at it, it's a little it's a little like I don't know. So I
big head
wasn't
arms is actually correct.
when I saw her at that party with the hair clipped up and the jacket and the da da
It's
da.
confusing. It's like who is this? What's going on?
And I hate when I can't put my finger on it because that's what keeps me up at night. Because I'm like, something about this I don't like. I
Uh,
don't know what, but I don't like something you got going on. So find it, Heather. Thanks. Thank you. I'm just telling people what to do this episode. But you need to find your thing. Maybe it's like a darker hair color. Like
something.
maybe she shouldn't be so bleached blonde, like so washed out. Maybe if she went a
Okay.
little more.
Not the beach blonde bad built.
I didn't even think about that. Don't.
That's where you were going, and I just had to reel you.
I was about to go. I was about to go, but I didn't. Okay, let me get off you. Let me get off you, Heather. My bad. Okay. Are you ready to move to RHOP?
Yes, let's chat about RHOP.
Let's chat about RHOP. So we are picking up from, the ladies get kicked out of the Gina event and
Like, okay, go
I'm
ahead.
not gonna let that go. So they get kicked out of the Gina event, and so now like this episode is pretty much like recovering from that episode. So we could get started with Stacy having some of the girls over to her house. And so is it Jossie? I do this wrong every
Girl, we don't know, Jay. Jay.
Jay. So Jossie Jay, whatever, comes over first, and then Ashley is there after. And so we have a first little back and forth between those two. Then Karen comes in, and then there's more. So what do we think about the get together at Stacy's house?
Um, First of all, I just felt like I'd never seen Karen so deep in her black auntie bag more
Okay.
than she stepped into that house and said, "What is going on? Find it out." I was like, "Oh, like you're
Okay.
not even going to take a side. Technically, someone's on your side here, and the other person's not. So you're just shutting everything down, very auntie like. Okay." But honestly, I just was like, I was more on Jay's side of this argument because I just felt like Ashley was trying to find a reason to victimize herself when she was technically in the wrong. I don't know. Ugh, Ashley really just agitates me sometime, and I wanna say more, but I also don't want to even go down that like whole thing because I whatever we'll probably expand on that later in the season. But yeah, I just feel like Ashley was trying to find a way to victimize herself, talking about, oh, you didn't know the intensity of the door, and then like I was very happy that Karen had called Ashley out on her shit though. Like you also trying to be shady. Like this is what you do. You do little jabs and stuff like this throughout the year. However, Karen did not eat when she tried to talk about some, yeah, but you got them two bunions on your foot. You need to get taken care of. And anyway, child.
Exactly. Because like I think the problem I have with that read is that it was too long or too poetic or something. Like, girl, you were supposed to say like, because what did she call them? Like those two rocks or those two something on the side of your
It's
feet?
on the side of your feet, yeah.
I was like, huh? Like, what? What are you talking about? So she should have just been like, all right, bunions, relax. Then
Mm,
I would have been like, all right, now we got it. But that's like a Candace read, so I could get, Karen's not really ready for that. But
Mhm.
just call the thing and I think it's never come up before that Ashley had bunions. So it's like we don't know what you're talking about. So when she put it up on the table, I'm like,
And
okay.
and that's the thing too. Like, I know that Ashley identifies as being black, and I know she is biracial, but babe, you be leaning very much to that white side a lot, because why would you put your funky ass feet on somebody's counter like that?
Put
Stacia
down.
should have jumped over that counter and whooped your ass.
Really, like, please put your foot down. The thought would have never crossed my mind to put my foot up on anybody's counter. So she in a totally different world, honestly.
Right.
So I'm trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to talk about. On back to the point of whose side are we on? So I am on Jay's side as well, especially like when you realize that the only reason why Ashley went to their car was to be petty and shady, right?
Mhm.
So she was kikiing with the other people at the party, and they're like, "Oh, give them the QR code so they could donate. Like, oh, bring them the QR
Mhm.
code." So you
Mhm.
running after them to be funny, to be shady, and got closed in the door. Stop playing. Like that. That's how that go. When you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, type of thing. Like, and you didn't really get closed in the door, but regardless, like you should have never been in the door. You came to the door to be funny and try to give people a QR code after getting kicked out of your.
Mhm.
Let's be so for real. So I was, I'm not sympathetic, and that door did not crush you. So relax.
Yeah, you alive.
You are alive and well. Go somewhere and sit down. Like, go sit down. So then we get to Wendy's house and we have her and her mom cooking. And then Wendy starts talking about like the breakdown in her in-laws
Mhm.
family and all of that. And I was trying to get with the story or what she was saying, and I don't get it.
Mom, her mom, his mom were friends.
Yes.
And then they got together, and his mom said, "Nah, I don't want to be friends with her mom no more." Which to me is so ass backwards, because like I just imagine like when we have our children, and let's say I have a son, you have a daughter, and they start getting together, whatever. Like I think we would be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
we gonna share grandkids. Wow."
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It feels like there's things missing from the story that they're not fully saying or sharing.
Absolutely. That's why I'm struggling with like even I'm glad you were able to figure this part out because I was even lost on this. I'm like, you were friends with his mom, and then y'all fell out. Like I thought Wendy was the person being friends, so I was completely lost. And then it felt like to your point, I always thought older generations like that's how they met was like somebody's parents knew each other, family
Yeah.
friends, friend of a friend type of thing. So for it to happen with your children, you know,
Hmm.
y'all are, and I'm American, so I don't necessarily know all the cultural things, but like, why even culturally was that not a good thing that like, her family, their background, what they believe in, this is your friend, you've maybe been at family functions, blah, blah, blah. Like, why is that not automatically a win-win? And then like somebody did something and we just not hearing it. And this is the edited story that they're telling us, and that's why it doesn't make sense, is
Yeah.
what I gathered from it. Um, but I also think like they don't have to be. I don't know, I always feel it's weird when people make stuff really dramatic. Like it, I don't know how to explain what I'm thinking, but it just feels like if we don't like each other, we don't like each other. But like,
Right.
you stay on your side, I stay on my side, and we just keep it moving. But I guess it's not supposed to be that way. I don't know. I'm an Aquarius. I don't care. I just feel like
Yeah, everything you're saying right now is very Aquarius coded.
exactly.
I don't know. I mean, I also just feel like I can't see myself getting married and my in-laws not fucking with me. Like, I'm sorry. That's not something that I want to speed to place, but hey, to each their own. So
True. Um, so now we went with Wendy and her mama. Now we got Kay and her mama.
it's
Uh,
all about the moms
the
this
mamas.
episode.
Okay, the mamas is carrying the season. No, just kidding. But
Pretty much
uh,
mom themed episode.
so now we have Kay and her mother. First of all, mom knew she was filming. Okay, mom, hey, I'm gonna be on TV today. Oh, okay.
I'm
Came,
ready. As
oh,
she should.
she should. I love a girl who know we on TV. So thank you. So mom came in, hair, makeup, outfit, okay, everything ready to go. Not
Mm,
playing around, playing with us on that TV screen.
yeah.
She making her debut, and I was looking at Kay. I'm like, Kay just in the house making pancakes.
Just doing something. Yeah.
Mom said, "Oh, Bravo, the scene starts at 9. Oh, okay." I'll be there and I'll be ready, clocked in. So I was like, okay, mama, we love that. But I love that we're learning more about Kay in a very like organic and more like natural way. Like she's just kind of telling us more and more of her story.
Yeah.
She was getting on my nerves, saying, I don't want to be a thirsty ring girl. I'm not a thirsty ring
Yeah.
girl. I've never been
Yeah.
a thirsty ring girl. Is that something to be proud of? Like,
Like it's not. And the thing is, like, I feel like some women really be lying to themselves just to have what's the word? Like it's like you're lying to yourself just so that you're satisfied with what you have going on.
mm,
Because like, I think the reality is like, and I'm not saying maybe all women have said this, but most women want to get married. Most women want to be moms. They want to do those things. And these are things that we've kind of been ingrained into us since we were little girls, right? So like the whole idea of like, I don't want to be a thirsty ring girl is just kind of like, and don't get me wrong, like I get what she's trying to say because there are some times that I feel like even women that are out there that are like just focused on the ring after a while, like after a few years of being in a relationship, all they see is the ring, the ring, the ring, and they willing to do any and everything for that ring. But I also just didn't like the connotation of thirsty ring girl. Like
yeah.
you're
I
building a whole house with a man, like, and you're not getting a ring, babe. What happens to you?
like
Or what is the documentation that's gonna hold it down for you because you don't have a ring, babe? Like, what does that look like? I don't know.
and you're in there making breakfast because a man got to take his medication and need to eat. Like, we need, like, we need, I don't, I agree with what you said. Like, I think that perfectly explains it, right? And I think this allows her to like go to sleep at night. Like, people say that, like, you got to say what you got to say so you can sleep at night. This feels like that. Like, well, at least I'm
Mhm.
a thirsty ring girl. Okay. But
Mhm.
you're also not a ring girl. Period.
Period.
So
Period.
I don't think this is like something to be proud of. And so I was very disappointed on that. And it was like to keep saying it almost felt pick me ish. Just gonna say
Mm.
so
Mm.
yeah, it
Say the
felt
thing. Say the thing.
okay. It felt very like, other women would have been pressing you for a ring, but not me. Like I love you regardless.
Hmm. And
And
then
mhm.
go ahead.
I was just gonna say for him to be a divorced person too, make that man marry you. Like make it like
Right.
don't
Right.
play.
And that was the thing that I was gonna add to it is like I also feel like she added that extra layer of, oh, I'm the first woman that his kids have met after his divorce or whatever, or I'm the first woman that he's been with since his divorce, and the first woman that his kids have met was like her once again trying to like satisfy the situation or like trying to make herself feel good about it. Like,
Yeah.
is that supposed to mean something that you were the first woman? Like, I mean, granted, he shouldn't be out here introducing his kids or to multiple women and stuff like that after he's divorced. But at the same time, like, that's not like noteworthy that that you were the first woman. Like, okay, we're about to have a first woman president. That's no.
Okay, if you're gonna be the first or something, be the first or something. Like, girl, come on. I felt like too when she said that, it was like, okay. Like this is my personal opinion. I be feeling like these men really don't care about that introducing the kids stuff.
They
Like
don't.
for us, it'd be like, oh my God, he introduces to his kids. He really sees a future. Like this
Mm-hmm.
is serious to him. Them men don't like
They don't, friend.
they don't. They'll introduce you to them kids and break up with you 2 weeks from that. Like they
Mm-hmm.
don't care like that. So that like that didn't eat to me. And it's like back to this. Is this play about us? Like, it felt like, who are you talking to? Like, who? It feels very like I gotta set the record straight for, baby mama. Like, she, it's somebody I feel like she's talking to with these little bits of like, no other woman has met his kids though. Are you talking to his other ex-girlfriends who are watching or something? Like, it felt very like,
Who
who?
are you shading someone? Like, is who you throwing this at?
I don't care. And it starts to read, like you said, like she's trying to prove that her situation is something. But in her heart of hearts, she probably does feel like it's lacking. Because it's
Yeah,
like you have to come up with all these like, yeah, I don't have a ring, but at least I'm not a thirsty ring girl. Yeah,
yeah.
we're not, but I'm the only woman that met his kids since his divorce. Like you have to like
It's yeah, you gotta add a little something to make yourself feel happy with the situation.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't take all that. Just to make that man marry you. Um, but every time I see him, I don't feel like I would have put him with her. I'm gonna let it go, but I don't know I don't know who I thought he was gonna look like. But
I
that's
would have imagined someone like no shade to Mr. Greg. I would have imagined her to be with someone a little more sexier, like a little more
yes, exactly.
like something like that. Like,
Yeah,
to see her with someone like, yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
It's not
That's a compliment to her, by the
she's
way.
fine. Like she's fine as hell. And like I just feel like when you sexy, you need a sexy partner so that people can
Yeah.
be like, it's like I am at
No, you gotta say it now. You gotta say it. You gotta say it. You gotta say it.
Like, ever seen like a couple who's so sexy and you're just like, I wonder what their sex is like. Like that's
Absolutely.
how I imagine like her partner would be like, where I would be like, what's that looking like? But it doesn't give that. I think,
It
yeah,
does.
it's
It does.
boring.
I think you hit it on the head for me. That's it. This is exactly what I'm feeling like. Like I'm saying, I don't know what the man looks like, but this is not it. Like this guy's not it. But okay,
Mhm.
girl. Like I'm liking seeing her on my screen. I'll keep her on my screen, but okay. Um,
Let's fix the situation, baby girl.
and then I'm the type of friend. This is the bad part about me, but like I'll talk all this crap about him, and then be at the wedding like hitting electric slide. Hey, okay, like like
Same.
be like, oh, I don't really see y'all two together. Like, and then you stick with them. Okay, you can't see it. Like, I don't care.
Boogie, boogie.
I don't like them, girl. Go ahead. Like, that's the kind of friend I am. Um, so then this scene I thought was like really nice. We see the twins for Giselle's twins go to prom. Um,
Yeah.
and baby, Pastor Jamal.
That's such a mall.
What's his name?
Ariana, what are you doing here? I'm sorry.
Like, um, so he makes an appearance at Giselle's house to send the kids off. What did Giselle say to him? What
She
about his
said,
outfit?
you Gucci down to the socks, sir. Like, Giselle, we know you want him.
Okay. You
You know you would have spent a block on
would have.
Pastor Jamal.
You would
Because
have.
making that little commentary like Gucci down to the socks, sir.
What you doing after this? Is what it gave. Because I do be in the church streets. I don't no, that's not the way I wanted to say that. I just be doing church stuff. He's
Like,
engaged. No, he's engaged. So I remember seeing that. So he has like a new like wife to be preacher lady at his church. And so she don't stand a chance anymore. Which is I thought was funny that in the confessional the producers asked her like, does Jamal have a girlfriend or something? And Giselle's like, yeah, he does, but he's always gonna be the father of my three children or something like that. And it just was like, why y'all asking her one, does he have a girlfriend? Because why does Giselle care if that man got a girlfriend or not? They're divorced, they're moved on, whatever. But then Giselle felt a little weird when she's like, he's always gonna be the father of my three children. Gave like baby mama vibes to me where you trying to say something to the new wife to be like it's always gonna be me. Them kids is grown. Okay, relax. Like, chill out. Now,
Mm-hmm.
hey, out the house and at college. See you in 4 years at the graduation. That's the only next activity we got to get done. So I just felt very like this is a little weird, but maybe Giselle do still want him. Maybe she don't, y'all. Who knows? Um, did you feel like Cal ate it up with the hair? Because that was his whole point of being there was to do hair that day. I think he
Yeah,
does Giselle's hair too, doesn't he?
he does do Giselle's hair, and I just feel like Cal, are you continue like the thing is with service providers, as someone who is a service provider, right? Like you get your license, you have to renew your license every few years, whatever the case may be. But it's really just up to you to continue learning all of the
Mm.
tricks in the trade and like all of the new things that come out. And I'm just saying this because I just feel like Cal just don't be eating with the hair.
Yeah.
And I feel like he don't eat with Giselle hair because one, her hair don't be blended, the blondes don't be blended, and I don't know. I just kind of felt like not that the twins here look bad, but I don't know. I just kind of felt like I expected more, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. It didn't give like remember Derek J on Real Housewives of Atlanta and Miss Lawrence who used to do Sheree's hair, like they was doing hair, okay? They was doing it up on this on these housewife shows. And I feel like it was like decent. Giselle also could have did their hair. Like the way it came out gave like my mom did my hair. It didn't
Yeah.
give
Yeah.
like
Yes.
it didn't give, and I think if they're being honest, like he's her friend who does hair, so she gets him to do the hair. But
Hmm.
like he's not a stylist turned friend, or I don't know how to explain it, but it's like he's not
Yeah.
making
It's like it's like I feel like sometimes like when you got like a family member or you know somebody who like can provide a service and you're like, oh yeah, let me just go there, I could get a little discount, blah 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 blah, and you end up just continuously going there, but after a while you realize like, okay, they're good but they're not good for like this event that I got coming up, like I need to actually go book
yeah,
someone. Like
exactly.
this happened to me. Like I was like, I've been going to this girl to get my makeup done for years. And the last time she did my makeup, I was like, okay, yeah, for my birthday, you are not it, babe. But I still love you.
Oh, you for real. Now something else, I guess it's you and me, but yeah.
Right.
So, but the girls did look gorgeous in their pictures and everything. And I love that they have their own identities, their own like, thing.
Yeah.
So I thought they looked really, really nice and they're growing up. They really are.
The kids are
Um,
growing up.
but they have sustained Giselle's storyline this, entire thing. So I think from here on out, it'll be Giselle, the empty nester, and what her life looks like now. So they're gonna try to push dating on us, I'm sure, in
Yeah.
her love life in the future seasons.
And I think it'll be interesting too because like really and truly Giselle don't have much of a storyline outside of the kids. So it's like, can you hold can you hold your own platform up by
Mm,
yourself? Like, like what are you bringing to your table now that your kids are gone?
Gina. That's it. That's it. That's all she got. That's all she got. Okay. I don't really care for these two people, but we have Mia and Ink.
Oh my God.
They're
Yeah.
being rental. Um, I want them off my screen, and I know I'm not gonna get them off my screen at this point because Mia has made this like her thing that she wants to talk about. But then it multiplied, right? I already don't like Mia and Ink. Then it had it. Now we got Jacqueline and her. What did she call?
Situationship.
Yeah, but she called them PPs or something. Put
Yeah.
partner
What is it? Partner parent or something like that?
something. All four of them off my screen, and I hated every bit of it. I don't really get the even like we rent Airbnbs because of
I
rent.
don't either. I don't either. Because to me, like her rationale was, oh, we're keeping the tension since Gordon, like we're trying to keep the tension low since Gordon lives in the same building. Babe, you went national. Like maybe even international if there's viewers in China or Asia, Europe, whoever who watch this stuff. But you put it out there that you are still legally married to this man and have a boyfriend. So, what is the big deal if your boyfriend now comes into the building to come see you? It's out there. We all know you got a boy. Like, he knows you got a boyfriend.
Literally.
Like,
That
what's
like
the big deal? You're an adult. Y'all are both consenting adults. If the kids are not around or whatever, I don't even listen, man. Listen. I'm sorry, but they pissing me off. They pissing me off. And I don't really want to know about Jacqueline and her on and off boo because I just feel like y'all were together for 14 years on and off and you stuck around. Like, and I feel like the thing with Jacqueline and Mia, maybe they are two peas in a freaking pod. Maybe it is birds of a feather do flock together because, like, 14 years, like, you think just because you was with a man in high school and y'all loved each other and y'all was best friend, like, or college, like, y'all gotta stick it out. Like, grow some balls, cut that off and get someone new. And Gordon really was that for Mia, but she really tried to sit there and say that's a business relationship. Oh, and so when Gordon went broke, that's why it made sense that you decided to end the business relationship, right? Okay. Can't stand her.
can't
Can't
stand
stand him.
can't
Can't
stand
stand
it.
him.
Can't stand it. It's
Can't.
like, and I don't know when I like fell in love with Gordon, but I just feel like y'all pissing me off so bad. Cause what are you talking about? You don't want to make it tense for him because y'all all in the same building. You have him question the paternity of his child. Like, what are you talking about? Making things tense. It doesn't get tenser than that. That he had to tell you on camera, my son is my son. I don't care what y'all say. So
Mhm.
that's the craziest part to me is like you're making things tense. What are you talking about? Things been tense.
Yeah.
And the logical side of me hates this kind of stuff because it's like, who would even know about what you're doing? Like Gordon be down at the front lobby, wait, like seeing who coming in the door. Like,
Right. Like he got the login for the cameras of the building. Like
I don't get it. Is he the bellman? Like, is he what? I don't understand why. Why would he know that you, Ink, Jacqueline, and the Boo are at her house and kids are playing together? Like, why would he know that?
yeah.
Like, what are the chances that he's just in the elevator as soon as you guys are, or whatever? And if he was, to your point, like, well, y'all all know this whole thing, and this whole thing is on TV. Are we not all watching this? So I just am. The whole thing just really made me mad. And then Jacqueline, like, I don't like another person I don't like, so I don't care about your story. Like,
Mhm.
because I don't like you, I really don't care about the boo thing. I don't care that you're off again, on again. I didn't care that it was his birthday or whatever. Like I just didn't care. The whole thing was like, I don't care about this whole scene. And I just want all y'all gone. We could have
Mhm.
cut that out, but Mia it works overtime uh getting these people onto Bravo.
Mhm.
Okay? She's getting her people on this TV screen.
She said, if I have even one inkling of a come up, I'm bringing everybody with me. Everybody's coming with me to the top, no matter what. Auntie, cousin, auntie, uncle, best friend, niece, come on, you
Come on.
coming too. Like
Come on.
everybody's coming.
What you know how to do. Everybody come. Because and I feel like again, I feel like this is how they did Gordon in the club. Like she flirts with him, reel him in, get the arrangement. Jacqueline comes along, she sleep with him too. And ink in the background, take it, I just feel like this how y'all work it. That's what I'm calling it. Cause it was weird. I
Mhm.
don't get yeah, I'm over them. If I could jump to them two cooking in her kitchen, that was like kind of the next thing for me that I was like, this is embarrassing. Like this is like I get cringy at things and I feel like in the kitchen just felt cringy. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Like, first of all, I I am a short woman, obviously, but I don't know. Like, maybe because one of my first boyfriends was like 6'3", like I just don't know if I could do the short men and seeing as what me as a giant. Like we know she's Bigfoot, we know like she's a tall girl, right? I don't understand how she could look at Ink and be like, yes, you are it. Like, I am sorry. That man is so little. And I just feel like short men have Napoleon complexes and they get angry fast. I mean, I hear that they be packing, smacking, whatever. But I feel like that's not enough for me to ever stick around. So I just think that this whole thing that Mia got going on with Ink is embarrassing. And for her to sit there and talk about oh yeah, so this is an actual criminal case for Karen. Like, and he was like, oh, so what y'all gonna have like free Karen stuff? Like y'all gonna go to the court and support her? And she's like, it's embarrassing for her. I'm sorry. Mia, you are on national television, literally saying you don't know who your son's father is. And you have the audacity to be sitting here talking about it's embarrassing for Karen? Babe, your home sizes are decreasing year by year. You went from living in a nice house to now living in a apartment. And you really tried to make yourself feel big. Talk about it's a corner apartment. Babe, let's be so for real right now. You're embarrassing.
How about we be so for real? We could be anything we want to be. Let's be for real.
Let's be real.
You're not being for real. I'm talking about embarrassing. You have been embarrassing since you got on the screen. That was the whole point of like you were willing to embarrass yourself, and that's what made you fun. Um,
Come on. Come
yeah.
on, church. Come on, church.
Let me get an amen because you've been embarrassing. And then like, oh, it's a court case. It's some people with some court cases. Like,
Right.
relax, relax. Let's not do that. You was working in the club.
In the club.
In the club. We all fam. You know a court case. Relax. That's how she know how to keep looking these records up so easy.
Right, right. Because how you know how to do that?
How you know they website?
Real familiar.
Thank you. Done logged in with your existing account and trying to read her. And I felt like so that was annoying and desperate. And they was looking, like you said, real off in the height in the kitchen. So that also made me mad. I think this is when Ink says, like, oh, is Auntie gonna be there? And he was referencing Giselle. Huh? Like, since even if Giselle is Auntie age, which I believe she is, maybe I don't even know
I
Giselle's
don't
age,
think she's that auntie age.
but Giselle doesn't give like the auntie we talking about. Like she don't have auntie isms. She don't have auntie moments. So I don't get the auntie thing. And it's like, Ink, you probably 10 years younger than Giselle. Like you're not 16 to her 50.
Right.
What are you talking about? So it gave like you want to be on this screen. You want to be on TV. You want to be seen. And you want to say something. You
I
know?
would not be surprised if it eventually came out that all of these people that Mia introduced on the screen, that she have like some type of contract set up with them, like for every X amount of money that you earn for your appearances, I get 10% of that shit. I don't know. I
Yeah.
would not be surprised at all if she
You gotta
got that.
figure it out. Everybody getting a check. She getting something off the top.
Right.
You love a little weird arrangement. So yeah, that's a good point. She doing something to get everybody paid. And I don't know if Ink got to chip in on the little apartment,
Right.
but she getting them a check. And she keeping her check coming in by having all of them come like, ugh. I'm not feeling it.
Yeah.
The only thing I skipped was we meet Stacy's best friend,
Her
boyfriend,
best friend, boyfriend.
life partner, lover.
That is
Oh,
not her. Can I
not
just say this?
uh-huh.
Who's gonna tell her?
Or what?
Who's gonna tell her about that man?
The thing.
Girl. I mean, he don't like her. I'll say that. Okay, maybe it's a reach. Maybe it's a reach by saying who would tell her, but he definitely don't like her. He don't. Like a man is you. This is your first time seeing your man, and I don't even care if it's been 24 hours, babe. But like he's backing away from you, but he's like, let me go dap up the trainer. What's up, bro? Da, da, da. But he backed away from you. I'm sorry. No.
It gave,
I,
is it performative? Like this, I get the celibacy or like whatever, don't want to be intimate thing, but like a hug, like you can physically touch someone who don't want to sleep with. So it's like, are we performing this? Or to your point, like you just don't like her. I think like it's just it gave very weird. And then it's like it's
mm,
Stacey cover for the fact that she's still married, so she doesn't want to look like she's has a new man or whatever. But like a hug, a
mhm.
embrace, handhold, like none of those things are like wrong. So
Yeah.
to your point, like sun in the milk ain't clean.
Right. And I feel like when I in the grand scheme of things, right, do let's just put our own shoes on and let's just say we met a man who was still legally married and he was talking to us. I don't think we as women will want to be intimate with that man until we know the divorce is final. So I would like to give him grace and saying that maybe he's not trying to get intimate because it's like she still got a lot going on with that whole divorce and the baby don't know and all of the stuff like that, whatever. But at the same time, like you said, like I just feel like what you like me though. Like we talk all the time. We like each other, right? So like you can't just give me a hug. You can't greet me like you know me. Like you treating me like I'm a crackhead. I don't know.
But I don't get. And then okay, so this is my other thing. Agreed on all accounts. What makes you want to film though? Like if you're so whatever, like so intellectual, so pious, so righteous, like why want to be on this Bravo TV show? On this,
Mhm.
you know, why be on this network? Why, walk in front of this camera, get mic'd up? Why do any of this?
Right.
If it's like if you're so something, you know,
Yeah.
I'm not I got my eye on you. That's how I feel. Like
I think that's a valid point, honestly, because even Stacy's legal husband has not shown his face. There's pictures of him, but
he's
he's not
blurred.
showing his face. Yeah, and it's like he's made that decision not to like come on here. So it's like if you don't like this woman, or if you're gonna act like this, because let's give him benefit, like he does like her, if you're gonna act like this, what was the point in being on the show? Like, I mean, I always feel like no matter what, if anybody comes to the whole like, oh, you want to come on a show, like people are gonna say yes. But if they don't really have nothing much going on, or they're trying to get like whatever they do got going on out there and get their name out there, but I don't know. I don't know.
I
And
just remembered. Sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say they don't pay the men on the show. Like historically, the men haven't gotten paid on Real Housewives.
Oh
Um,
wow.
yeah, I remember Andy said that in some form, but he was saying like the men don't get paid. Typically like the husbands show up for free. So I don't know how many people actually get a check from Bravo
Mm-hmm.
when they appear. Um,
Mm-hmm.
which to me helps you say no. Like unless you have something to promote, like you said, like, oh, we're going to my coffee shop and we're gonna have this scene, blah blah blah. Like that makes sense. Um, but I I think I would be overwhelmed by someone saying like, could you be on this show with me? I'm like, huh? Now I would do it because, lights, camera, action, the girl is with it. But if I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't that type of person, I'd be like, now what now? Like a camera crew and a da da da. Like, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. And for him, like you said, to be maybe he likes her, but to not be showing that on camera, you could have just said no. And we could have found something else for Stacey to do. But um, moving on, we go to lunch with the crew, And we have Giselle, Ashley, Wendy. Is this the one where Jossie was there too and Stacy? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a good that was a dinner. Now Jossie clocked the tea before the
Immediately.
water was hot. Okay. So
As
when she
she should though.
as she absolutely should, but she didn't act like a new girl and like, should I say something? Should I not? It gave like
I'm
what's
calling it out. Yeah, because don't be acting stank to me at your event and then want to come hug me. And honestly, I probably wouldn't have even went in for the hug. I would have been like stopped her right then and there, like, oh, we're cool today. Actually, I don't want a hug. I
uh
think we need to shake hands.
okay. Very that. Very the way Karen used to treat Mia, like, oh, not to nope, no hug today. Like,
Here today.
not there. I'm the same. Like, first of all, you treat me bad. It's hard for me to move on. Like,
Hmm.
so to get kicked out of your thing, like it would have been a what's up. Like,
Mm-hmm.
mm,
Or
yeah, moving right along. Pay you dust, walk past you, and goes to my seat. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I'm sitting there. Great, thank you. And move
And
along.
the whole purpose of this lunch dinner thing was to, because Giselle says, I want to separate the new girls from Karen. And my thing is like, what the hell do you want Karen to say? Like, what do you separate them from Karen for what? What are they supposed to say to you? What are you looking for? What are they revealing? Like, I'm just like, this I'm telling you, they don't have a lot more episodes that I could take this DUI. Um, like I just cannot. What the fuck do y'all want this lady to say to y'all? What do you want her to
I can't
say?
anymore. Like, yeah. I I agree. I think Giselle is by herself and recognizing like I don't have Robin, and who can I build an allyship with? Like, who my people? Because I mean, she has Ashley. Ashley seems very, since the Gina venture, it's gonna be those two. But like, I don't know why she needs a whole crew and what she thought the new girls was gonna give her after you just put them out of your party.
Right, right.
Um, so that was like, I don't, it felt like a poorly placed lunch, I guess, or something. It just felt very weird. And then for her to quick apologize, I was like, I don't know if this is growth, huh?
Go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say I didn't know if it was growth or if it was like desperation, but it was like, okay, an apology. That's not you.
It's giving bonus. It's giving you get a bonus every time you apologize this season. Cause it's like the fourth time that we done seen Giselle apologize. Like who did y'all switch this lady out for? Something
Right.
got there must be a carrot being dangled in front of her face, and they gotta have a S with two lines through it. That's the reason. That's the only thing. Like,
Oh my God. It got to be something different. Like I said, they're gonna tell us it's because her father passed. Everything's gonna be because of that. But okay, it's a lot of apologies being.
mhm.
Um, so I I want to get what you think. So Giselle, first of all, was very weird when she opened up with like, I know about you. You have two kids to Stacy, and Stacy's like, I have one child. So it was like, why did you even come in so aggressive? Like, why you just didn't ask her how many kids she has? So I thought that was funny, but I digress. And then some part of the conversation, Ashley's like, yeah, you have a boyfriend. Or like you've moved on to Stacy, like telling her business. I think that could be very polarizing. So I want to know what you think. Some people, I'll just go there. Very polarizing. What did you think about Ashley volunteering that Stacy has a boyfriend even though she's going through a divorce?
I agreed with Stacy. That would have pissed me off real clean cold because like I have many like we are a group. Our friends, we're a group, and I'm also in other friend groups. And sometimes within friend groups, you have the one-offs. People have their one-offs and they have conversations together, whatever the case may be. I always operate under the guise of like, I'm never going to tell nobody nothing. I'm gonna let them tell the group, or if they told me, I'm gonna let them tell the other person, like whatever. You until that person says something, you sit down and you shut up. Like I understand that Stacey didn't necessarily say it was a secret, but also like it's not your business and you should never be moving or operating under the guise of like, oh, I know somebody's business, so it's okay for me to just tell them. It's okay for me to just share it out. And I just feel like once again, Ashley always has to be a victim. Always has, she can never take accountability. Like she's like, oh, you sitting here saying like he's not that type of friend or whatever, like Vivian, or but he's not like Vivian or whatever it is that she said. Like, yeah, you're right. He's not like a Vivian, right? Like, I do want to have sex with this man, but at the same time, it's not your business to tell. Like, do you not see that big picture? And I think Ashley just don't care. Like, she just wants to be a messy boots, and I'm sick of her.
I when you said like it's not your business to share, that's exactly what I felt the entire time. Like, right or wrong, it's not yours to share. Like, whether he's a secret, not a secret, whatever, like, she's asking about her. She's getting to know her. Like, let her volunteer whatever information she wants to volunteer. Like, I think I agree with you. Like, there are certain things that I feel like even in a friend group you want to share with like one particular person. Like, I like, okay, cool. You told me and we'll find out if the other people know or whatever. Like, but if she only told you, maybe you should take that as an honor. Like, she's letting me into more of her life than the other girls or whatever. And
Mhm.
now, we're building something separate of the girls that could be special. Um, but at the end of the day, it just wasn't your business to share. And if in the conversation she's just talking about her, divorce and navigating all of that, just let that be the situation. But it was so interesting to me to see how Giselle and Ashley think about divorce. Like when Giselle was like, when I was getting my divorce, I felt so excited towards the end or like happy as it was ending. And Stacey
Mhm.
was like, I'm never gonna feel happy about this, like about this
Mhm.
divorce. And I'm like, yeah, certainly like I haven't experienced it. So maybe there is some relief if you've been in a really bad relationship for a long time and it's about to end. But I
Mhm.
think there's still some like sadness, some devastation when it comes to getting divorced. And then for Ashley to be like so like, you got a man, what's the big deal? Like you're still married, but you got a man. Who cares? Like it's not a secret. He's your man. And to know like she's been on our screen with saying she's dating and in relationships while still going through a divorce herself, just gives like, who believes in the sanctity of marriage anymore? Like,
Right.
where's that at?
Right.
It just
Right.
it was interesting for me to just look back on like this is different. So I got the little Stacy like, what is happening moment when it
Mhm.
came to that conversation overall.
Yeah. I think like, and maybe it's because I'm a hopeless romantic. I'm a lover girl through and through, like whatever. But I feel like those vows mean something. And I mean, I hope, first of all, I'm not married, but I plan on being married in the near future. Just in
Here,
case
her
my husband is
future.
watching. Hey boo, miss you. Um But like I pray I never had to deal with a divorce. I just feel like even if I did, like those vows mean something. Like I don't even know if I would be able to date. Like I am a all my eggs in one basket kind of girl. So
Yeah.
it's like how can you even date when you going through a divorce? Like I don't know. I just feel like I'm gonna make sure I cut all my ties before I think about dating, whatever. And I know, like, obviously, marriage is in for different reasons, cheating and whatever, all types of stuff be happening. But yeah, these girls is crazy, child.
Pretty much. I would have been devastated. Um, what else was I? So then I think that was pretty much all I cared about at the little lunch
Yeah.
situation moment. Then we are headed to North Kakalaki for, is it technically Wendy's birthday trip? Did they say that specifically, or did they just kind of say
Uh,
like, let's get out of town?
it was what's this child name? Mia. I don't know why I was about to call her Miami. Mia said she wanted to take them back home. She's from North Carolina to the Queen City. Is
Oh,
that
Charlotte. That's
Charlotte?
Charlotte.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So she was the one who originated. The producers really did originate, but they she originated it, and I feel like Wendy just so happened to announce like, oh yeah, and it's my 40th birthday. This is my 40th birthday trip. Like I wouldn't. First of all, I'm never claiming no trips to no Charlotte as my birthday trip, my milestone birthday. Not claiming no trip to Charlotte as my birthday trip. This is just me going away with my castmates for
that's
this.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
excellent. Like this is me going to work. This is a business trip.
I'm
Like
going to work. Right. When they say, is this trip for leisure or business? Business. Thank you.
exactly. And mind you, you're no one is filling out that form because we're not going anywhere. Like no one, literally, no one's checking anything. You're just going to Charlotte. Great.
Right. Like this is so whack. I'm just like, what there I actually took some time and I Googled what are the best fun destinations to travel to in the US for adults. And I
Period.
know they've been a few places, right? I know they've been to, was it them that went to New Orleans? No, it was RHOA, right?
It was who?
RHOA.
I'm trying to think. Did they do New Orleans? No, they I'm mixing that up with the Tennessee or wherever they went. Keep
Right. Yes. Yes. There's Chicago, there's New Orleans, there's there's Los Angeles.
mm-hmm.
Like there's so many places and what why are we being boring? Why are we being whack? There's Vegas.
True. They could have did Vegas. They could have did Vegas. They did do Miami already. That was Peter's restaurant wherever they were out
Yeah.
there. But I I wonder why they picked the places they picked because I would have never thought about Charlotte as like, oh yeah, let's go there. Um,
If anybody texts me, even my friends, I don't care. If y'all was to text me and say, "Hey Zing, I'm thinking about going to Charlotte for the week and let's make it a big girls trip," y'all gonna have to give me a whole thesis to convince me to go on that trip.
hear your pitch.
That's what. Ain't nothing going on in Charlotte for me to be going there, child.
I have been to Charlotte. I had a little hand sandwich, so I have been there, and I feel like surprisingly they have a scene out there. Like they have a great downtown. They have a good there's energy down there. The Carolina Panthers. That's the group. The
Mhm.
football team. You know,
Carolina.
so they have. Think that them? I made that up.
Aren't they the Jaguars?
That's them. Is it Panthers or Jaguars? I don't know. Let's fact check that. But anyway,
Yeah.
I have a football team out there, I think, and like there's just like there was a lot going on. Um, I'm not. I wouldn't have put it on my list. They don't have like funny enough, I would want to go to Nashville and do. They have like some
Yeah, I want to go to Nashville.
in Nashville where like a lot happens and goes down. I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But there's like some popular street in Nashville that's like supposed to be a strip of sorts.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
I would do that. Like that would be random state that I would visit, but Charlotte wasn't exciting to me. And then I wanted to say, if Wendy told us it was her birthday one more time, I was gonna scream. Okay. I don't know if you ever, there was this video that I always found really funny where the dude is like, it's my birthday tomorrow. It's my birthday tomorrow. I'm not doing that today, but my birthday tomorrow. Like it just felt like if this lady tell another person that it's her birthday tomorrow, I'm gonna lose my mind. Like she told the driver, she was
The
like,
driver, yeah.
my birthday's tomorrow. Like
Did you want him to have pull balloons out his butt for you or something?
it was weird. It was like, I don't, girl, we get it, it's your birthday.
You should have told Happy Eddie to send you some flowers or something. I don't know, babe. Like this is how you know it's like these girls really not real friends like that because if it's one of our birthdays and we going away, we going to have a nice sign at the airport. It's Happy birthday, Wendy. Wendy and the girls take Charlotte or the
Yeah.
Queen City. We're gonna do that. We're gonna have we're pulling out all the stops. Like,
I wonder why the producers didn't just let this trip be her birthday trip. Like, why make it about Mia going home and bringing the girls? Why not say that Wendy is celebrating her birthday? So this is where we're going. You know, who was brainstorming this one out and didn't obviously take the low hanging fruit of we'll make it Wendy's birthday. Like that was weird because we've done Karen's birthday before. We've done this, so it's like I don't get. Okay,
yeah.
I'm. We need to have a regroup production. You want to meet? Like,
Put some time on my calendar, please.
hey, my calendar's up to date, so feel free to grab a spot. Um. Also, I
But
thought it was interesting. Stacy chose to drive versus flying.
yeah,
Um, and the story behind that being like someone was involved in a airplane accident, so for the month she doesn't fly. Thought that
yeah,
was like very interesting. Um,
yeah.
and so she drove. I'm like, okay. And it seemed like the girls were like, cool. I feel like old Giselle would have been like, like she's gonna drive, like who cares? Like da da da. So I kind of missed the little villain, moment of like, Giselle, you can't say that. Like, didn't have that. Very different girl.
But
Um,
her and Wendy are doing it. Like, I really feel like they working so hard for this bonus, and I really hope that Bravo sends the check in time for Christmas because, child, I'm just over like I'm actually enjoying Wendy, right? Like, you guys were sitting there talking about churches. Yeah, we're having a basic conversation. I can go down the street and have the same conversation with anybody on the street. Like, y'all weren't talking about something deep right now. Like, y'all were just talking about church. That's it. It's like
cracking up, like, girl, you crazy.
it wasn't no real secrets revealed. Like, oh yeah, when I was 16, I used to have sex with my boyfriend in the back of the church. Like, you ain't saying nothing funny. Like, I'm sorry. I just
Take all that. Like, take all that. But I get your example. I heard you. Say less, okay? Like, but yeah, like you said, I think they're working overtime to try to make us believe that they are friends. We're good. We are together. Everything's great. We love it here. Like, don't, just don't. And then Mia chooses to be in the car with Karen. I guess interrogate her for a little bit longer because that's all it felt like. She kept saying like, do you have anything you want to say? Like, what's going on? How are you doing? How do you feel? Da 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 da. And Karen's like, not gonna say anything. Like, I'm not gonna do anything. Like, you're not gonna get anything out of me. And Mia responds with like, how did she put it? She was like, it's on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Karen's like, well, read it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like I get, like, I don't know why they keep, what do they want? To your point, like, I don't even want to talk about this no more because Karen's not gonna share anything with y'all, and I'm not a lawyer, but I wouldn't advise her to share anything. So let's let this go.
Yep. Let's let this go. It's really annoying because she also was like, I'm not trying to chastise her, but I just want to ensure she knows that I'm here as a friend. Like, babe, it was just last season that she didn't even want to touch you. So the friend thing, it really has an asterisk next to it. That's number one. Number two, like, if you're really my friend, you're not going to keep asking me the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again. You're not going to keep trying, like, and then it's like, let's be smart here, right? You're also doing this in front of the cameras, right? if you're my friend, for real, you're calling me when cameras are off and you're asking me. And then more so in your confessional, it would be like, oh, I spoke with Karen. We already thing, I'm just making sure I'm here for her as much as she can. And the conversation in the car is completely different than what it actually is.
Yep.
So it's just really annoying. Like I said, I'm really tired of hearing about this DUI case at this point. Like, put Karen in jail if that's what they want. Just put the lady behind bars. Like, just do what y'all gotta do, because I'm just like, I think that's what they want to see, and they're not gonna rest until like she has some type of punishment. And like, even the whole like, you could have killed somebody, but she didn't. Oh.
No back talk. Like, what are we talking about? And it's like, I think they want to turn us against Karen. Like,
Yeah.
want to really see her not be the fan favorite who gets away with everything, who doesn't have to pay the way they have to, who doesn't get the heat that she gets. And you're not gonna turn us, babe.
Mm-hmm.
You're not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And you're definitely not gonna turn us from her to you. That's
Right.
definitely
Right.
not happening. But like, to your point, she didn't hit nobody. She hit a tree. She got to go to court. Okay. Like, I don't know what you want me to do.
Right. What do you guys want me as a viewer to do? Like, do you want me to say I hate Karen? I don't. I love her. I am team Karen. I don't care. I'm gonna choose Karen before all of y'all, if we being honest.
Yeah. Like, it's never going to be y'all. So I'm like, just let it go. Like, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days.
Everybody has those days.
That's how I feel. Like, what? I don't. And it feels like wrong messenger because Mia, it's not gonna be.
Dave, you know the saying, like, you point one finger and there's three pointing back? Mia, you probably didn't have a DUI. You probably didn't run into no tree. But baby, you got a rap sheet too.
You got something. It's like, and you have things actively that I feel like are like your character is the case that we're talking about. Like, yeah, she was it for the DUI, but like, have an active affair on our TV screens. Like,
Actively,
like active.
you're actively getting your back blown out with your husband on the floor below.
Like, you, you have your husband and your boyfriend on the same TV show. Like,
In the same room, hugging the kids and they don't know who the daddy.
and
You literally
go ahead.
She literally came on TV to admit like she was having unprotected sex with two men
At the
and
same time.
like, don't know who the daddy is. Like,
I was just about to say that. I was like, I think we trivialize when people have paternity questions. That means you were sleeping with two men, unprotected, at the same time. Might have been 2 different days, but it was around the same time, overlapped, and now you don't know who the father is. That's what that means, guys. And you want us to like act like it's some like, oh, Gordon's just crazy, but you're questioning it too. Like, there is a possibility. So, that means you did it. Like, what are you? I don't get why you want to have a moral high ground. I think that's the thing. Like, you really want to act like you are somehow like, can't believe it. Oh my stars. Oh my Lanta. How could she do this? This is a court case.
right,
It's wrong messenger. Wrong.
right.
That
And
wasn't.
like, just to clarify, we're not slut shaming at all
Oh,
because everybody has those days too, Mia.
okay. Once upon a time, not long ago. So that ain't even what I'm saying. I'm saying don't get on my TV screen
Don't
acting
act like you holier than thou, boo. Don't act like your poo don't
like,
stink.
be who you are. Be who you are. Like, that's what I'm saying. Relax. Just ease off of her, and I'll ease off of you. That's all I'm saying. Because you trying to come for her. You want her to say something she's not gonna say. Karen has been cryptic this whole time. Like, she is known for being cryptic, covert. Like, the story she tell ain't really like. she drop a line, but the line don't make sense. Like she's been this way.
All the time. Even with the tax thing with what is her husband name again?
Right?
Yes, with
Yeah.
Ray many seasons ago. Like
She's been this way. Like she's always a little, and then she'd be like, "Okay, I'm gonna have an open forum, so you can ask me whatever I want, whatever you want," and she's still not gonna answer. Like it's gonna be more riddles and like whatever. So what makes you think now she's gonna be like, "Yep, let me tell you everything that
he
happened.
spilled the beans.
I drank 5 drinks." Like she's not gonna give you that. So I'm just like, I just need everybody to give up, like give up on it and get it off my screen. Um, there were a few like sneak peeks I saw for the next episode on Sunday. And it's like there's an argument that happens between Jacqueline and Jossie over who's Mia's sidekick.
Yes. Oh, I saw that. Yes. Did you send me that? You sent that to me
Yeah,
probably.
maybe. Yeah, very disappointed in that. I don't want to see that on my screen. Because what are y'all talking about? And like, honestly, why are y'all speaking? Is how I feel. Like y'all are friends of. Like don't make me mad. Making this about y'all and everybody's eager to be on Mia's side. We don't like Mia. So get with the winning team, ho.
Period. Quite frankly.
That's not the side you want to be dying to get on the side of. Like, no.
You want to die on.
No, it was very weird. And then I thought I saw one more, but I can't remember right now. I'm blanked out on it. Oh, when Kay storms away, you think that's happening in this scene? This episode when Kay's like, "Don't ask me about my scar."
Yeah. I don't know. It should. We done seen it now in two sneak peeks or whatever. I
Yeah.
feel like, all right, stop dangling that one scene in my face. Show me the ready thing. Bravo, before I slap you in your head. Sorry.
But we haven't really had a fiery moment just yet. Like I think we're only 3 episodes in now, so give us that heat now. Like I feel like everything is.
This is where like it can go up and down for Bravo, right? It could go your viewership can go down at this point or it can just go up. So they gotta give us something to keep us
Mm,
reeled in.
that's good. Pick you choose, Bravo. Which one you
Full report, Bravo.
or you want us to stop? You pick.
Whole
You
time we definitely gonna keep watching.
whole whole time. I'm gonna get off this camera and go watch the new episode.
Literally. This ain't nothing else for me to watch.
Okay. Whole time. Was never gonna but that's the truth. Oh, so we did it. We got another one. We reviewed Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Real Housewives of Potomac. Any final thoughts? Any final words? Anything you want to say? Oh, I
Um,
forgot the question. Sorry, the get to know us question before you do that. And I don't have one queued up. So yeah. I guess I would ask this question. If you had to get a tattoo on your face, what would you get?
oh my God. Why would you say that to me?
Now you have tattoos. So
I
this
do have tattoos. So when you said tattoos, I'm like, oh, just not hard on the
you
face.
have to get it on your face.
Can I choose where on my face I'm getting it? Okay. I have seen the girls get like a little heart on the side here. Like I think I would definitely go for something like on the side. I just don't like. Oh, the tattoos on the face are so like strong. It's like, but what would I get? I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to get like a cross that the people know. I'm one of God's children. Okay, don't play with this girl.
Get it on my forehead, man.
He's listening. Excuse the wig and the hairs. He's listening.
Okay,
I'm
I
listening
keep
to what he's saying.
okay. Nah, that's like my Bluetooth. Okay,
I keep God in my ear. Okay.
you hear me? Oh, okay.
I'm laughing. I'm joking, but I'm so dead.
I'm with you. I'm all the way here for it. If I had to get something, I feel like I would get like that. So I have no tattoos, so I'm not even a tattoo girl. Uh, I think I would get something like you could get like tattoo makeup. So maybe I'll get eyeliner. I've seen that before, but I don't know if I want that.
Cheating? That's a cheating
That's my
answer.
eye. That's like it's my face. I would get a line me and I
That's a cheating answer, bro.
always have eyeliner on. Always be wearing eyeliner. Just that and that. But I would probably scream. Like I probably couldn't even tolerate that. Like
Yeah, that's kind of scary.
I'm not even built. I'm not built for tattoos, like period. I already am like, ah. So that. But yeah, that was a good one. See, last week we went like all over the place. But that was a fun one. Okay. You gonna get the Jesus disciple and I'm gonna get eyeliner. Fair enough.
Right.
Fair enough. All right. Well, we love you guys. Thank you for joining us for another week. We'll see you back here again. Oh, I should have announced this at the beginning. We may have a special guest, our first time having a special guest. So stay tuned next week. We should have a special guest reviewing the show with us. I'm just that's all I can say. You gotta watch. You gotta watch. that's
I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm
that's how the
scared.
girls talk about it on Watch What Happens Live. Like when they can't say too much, like that's all I can say. Just you're gonna enjoy. There's more to come later this season.
Stay tuned.
All right, we love you guys. See you next time.